Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Tips and Tea Tuesday.
Yes, happy Tips and Tea Tuesday. We are here.
Yes, we are.
Didn't know if I was gonna make it in this morning, but we did it. We did it.
Honey, the struggle be real, but we always find a way to make it to Tips and Tea, okay?
That is true. That is true. I just got off a plane yesterday, and I'm still feeling the after effects. Like, how long is this supposed to last? Is it like a difference when you like over 40 and them after effects just last longer, or like what is it?
I mean, I'm gonna say it's the over 40 because we don't bounce back as easily as we used to. Sometimes it
Mhm.
requires a little extra that it didn't require before.
I think you, I think you might be. My energy is definitely different. So, yeah, I think I just need to start. You know what? Them herbal teas. Maybe I need to change up my routine and do some different, like healthier supplements because I be seeing like these 70 and 80-year-olds, and they be out here doing marathons, and I can barely walk up the stairs. So we got to do something different.
Girl, no, no, you can't walk up the steps without huffing and puffing. Like, Lord.
And I was doing good. I was doing good, and then I came back to Chicago for a month. And I don't know who I thought I was. I went on like a food tour.
It's actually on my body.
Sometimes you do.
Went on a food tour. We both babysitting this morning. She has her god baby niece slash.
I have one of my really good friends, grandbabies here, and she is such a sweetheart. So, shout out to Rochelle and her baby girl Soleil.
She is so cute, y'all. She is in charge of Quincy today. She's gonna keep her puppy dog in order to make sure he doesn't appear on the live. I have
That's the
Simba back.
goal.
He is sitting in my lap this morning. He refuses to wait outside. So if you hear him barking, please excuse us. We missed each other. It's been a while. It's been a while.
He missed his mother.
But good morning. Happy Tips and Tea Tuesday, everyone. Should we go ahead and get started? Because the Queen's got things to do.
That we do.
Yes, yes. Did you already drop it in the chat?
Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, ma'am.
See, C be on it. I need to get more like C. I think you need to start holding me more accountable now because I need to get my life in order.
Queen, if there's anything I can do, I got you because I need you to help me keep myself in order, okay?
It's a team effort here, everybody.
Team
Team effort.
effort. Yes.
Yes, yes. But we're just gonna say welcome back to another live of Tips and Tea, where we like to, sip smart and serve truth on things, credit, coins, and confidence. I'm your girl, Shantella Shabazz, which, I'm also a regional consultant with a company called Nove, the credit and money company. Also run other multiple businesses as well. But, our main thing is that Nove brings us so many different financial services to help those around us. So we just love it here. I'm also joined by my girls, Miss Teacher Booker.
Yes, yes, yes. Hey, everybody. I'm Satitra, your bold and brilliant senior consultant, helping you to step into your power because shrinking energy is going to yield shrinking results. And we are done with that in this season of winning, okay? Season of
See, can you say that again? Can you say that one more time? Because that was good.
yes, shrinking energy equals shrinking results. So we are done with that. We are not going to shrink anymore. We're going to step into our boldness and be our full selves that God created us to be in this season.
I love that. So, yeah, just like C said on today's live, this is for everybody who's been playing it safe, especially, knowing that deep down you were born to lead. So, the T today, we're going to stop shrinking and we're going to learn how to take up space in any room. So, whether it's your voice, your value, or your vision, we're here to help you show up fully and unapologetically. All right. So, everyone, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Drop a light bulb or just drop a heart emoji if you're ready to start taking up space mentally, financially, and spiritually. Say it one more
Yes.
time. ready to start taking up space. Ain't no more shrinking, ain't no more hiding in the background.
I'm guilty of that. Safe in the background.
Time for you to lead. It's time for you to be out front, because think about how many people you are holding up that's waiting behind you because you're not ready to step into what God has for you. So it's time, everybody. If you're on this live right now, if you're seeing this, even if you're watching the replay, this is your sign. This is your sign.
Yes, yes, yes. And I mean, let's be real. Shrinking is deeper than just being quiet. It shows
Mhm.
up when you play small in your business, like undercharging for the services you offer, or you don't speak up when you know you got something to say. So, and I've been guilty of that myself. Sometimes we have to realize who we are. And, I'll segue back to one of our past episodes. Your past does not define you. Who you are today is who you are today. And you need to step into that and walk into that boldly. God created us to have dominion, and that's what we need to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you work in the corporate world. If you're not speaking up in that meeting, you're only hindering your own self, because they want people that's going to come in and shake the room and change things, right? This is how you grow. You going about your life and you're not speaking up for yourself, you can't blame anybody else for your circumstances but you, especially if you're not stepping. If you don't want to stand up for yourself, who else going to do it? You can't keep relying on other people to take over for you. This is your season. So we just want to put that out there, that it's okay to speak what's on your mind. It's okay to stand up for yourself. It's okay for your business to be big. It's okay for you to brag on yourself. You know, I know we get a little shy about that. We think are we bragging or are we being confident? And that's a struggle. I think a lot of people try to find balance with, but you got to celebrate your wins. So yes, I'm gonna take this to the comments, everybody, and just ask you guys: have you ever caught yourself shrinking to avoid confrontation
Mm.
or outshining someone else? Go ahead and drop a sad face emoji in the chat
Yes.
if you ever felt like that. If you ever been like that in your family. I remember a time when I used to run track in high school, right? And we had like a combination meet where I was on JV because I was just a freshman. I think I was a freshman or a sophomore. And we was running with varsity in like this one race because it wasn't that many of us. And I let the girl in front of me, she was a varsity person. I just let her cross the finish line first. I was like, oh, it don't matter because we in two different races. I'm JV, so I ran for JV. She ran for varsity. So instead of beating her, I like kind of slowed down when it came to the finish line, just let her cross first. And me and Z's been together for a while. That man called me out on it.
That's what he's supposed to do. That's what he's
He's like,
supposed
I saw
to do.
that. I saw you let that girl win that race. I was like, it don't matter because we in two different races. She won for varsity. I figured, we both get a win. He was like, no, you supposed to finish first. You ain't supposed to slow down for anybody else. And I was like, man, that was kind of deep. Not him being deep. We like 16, 17.
Hey, he been
So
deep
y'all,
since
he
he
been
was
like this
young.
his
Ain't
whole
nothing
life.
wrong with that. Oh, that's so sweet though. That's sweet. He always wanted the best for you.
He did. And he's definitely helped push me to like not shrink and like really push for better for myself, because sometimes you just kind of like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, it's okay. It's not,
Yeah.
because those little things that you be doing, you don't think it's adding up, but it is. And it's like building, that's becoming now a part of your character, where you keep letting stuff slide and you keep letting people do things and you let people walk all over you. You don't know how to embrace your no. So those little things that you do, they start to add up and they start to turn into other big things. So we gotta learn.
Yes, that is so
Learn.
true.
Can't,
I
can't
remember
let other people get in
when I
front
was
of you.
younger, I used to do, different little activities, majorette, dance, pom pom, things like that. And I remember one time we were at a competition and there was another, one of my teammates, and she used to win all the time, all the time. And I won. I won like Miss Majorette, like for the competition. And I'm steady trying to be like, no, she's supposed to win, instead of just taking my win and being happy with it. I'm trying to like find a way to discredit myself to give it to somebody else. So,
No.
we do things and we self-sabotage, but it's time to wake up, smell the coffee, and stop shrinking. Period.
Yeah. Very, very true. Very true.
Yes.
I'm gonna check the
And
comments.
the truth
If you
is,
ever had a situation where that was you, where you were shrinking, drop it in the comments because we're
yes,
releasing past times, we're releasing past
yes,
situations so we can move forward and we letting those things go so we can step boldly into what we're supposed to be doing. Yes,
yes.
yes. So I just wanted to drop some kind of some queen tips because it's been a while since we said queen tips.
Hey, we sure haven't said queen tips in a while.
I know we gotta throw it back. It's throw back to
Bring
some
them on back.
previous times when we used to have our queen tip segments. But yeah, so these are some things that you can kind of do for yourself where small shifts that kind of make a really big statement. So you can take up space, without having to feel like you're being arrogant, right? It means you're taking on authority, right? And we have to do that, especially in the age that we're living in now, where it's so many things and so many people that they're talking at you, right? And you just feel like, well, they know what they're talking about, they can handle it. Most of the time, these people don't know what they're doing or what they're talking about. So
Facts.
if you know it, stand on it. Let's be bold. So you can still be humble and walk like you know who you are. And it start with small shifts. So you got to get out of that old mindset for one. And literally just start saying your name with confidence. Okay. People mess up my name all the time. And I don't even know where to get these extra letters from. I've been Shamantella. I've been Chantel. There's no E at the end of my name. It's not. It's not. It's Shantella. I would literally say Shantella, and people would just literally leave off letters on my name. Just automatically.
I think sometimes people see all the letters and it just confuses them, and they just like don't know what to do with it. I had somebody call me Margarita once. There is
Margarita.
No, yes. There's no M in my name. None whatsoever. I know it looks intimidating because my mom chose to spell it the way she did, but it's quite simple. Satitra. Chantella.
It actually sounds like it's spelled. It's like the way. So she did a good job. It's just, I think when you get past like 6 letters in your name, people just get lazy. They're like, no, it's your fault you're doing too much because why is your name that long? No. Start with literally saying your name with confidence. And if someone messes up your name, correct them. It's okay. It's your name. You got to stand on it. If you're not telling them to say your name right, what are we doing? Why are we here? Who am I? If you don't want to say your own name the right way, then why would they have respect for you? So yeah, we gotta stop letting things pass, right? A lot of things we look at like we gotta get out of that old mindset of shrinking, because you don't want to come off like you're seeming bragging, but take in and just start saying, I'm sharing my experience to connect and contribute or inspire, right? Mm-hmm. So instead of thinking that you're bragging, think about you just sharing your experience. We do that a lot here in Nove, right? Because a lot of times people need to hear our testimony to understand that we've been through what they've been through and that you can come out of the other side of that. Like I used to have a 500 credit score, you know what I mean? But if I just come off like in the place where I'm at now, where we're in a better position, where we're able to lease cars, where we're able to travel more because we have credit cards that gives us free trips and free stays in hotels, where, we have rental properties in our name that we own. It might seem braggadocious, but at the same time, I was in a place where I had a 500 credit score, where I had people showing up at my mama house back when I was in my 20s, trying to serve us papers to get out of one of our houses. because we went through a housing recession and, we were trying to do a loan modification on the house. So I've been there. So this is what it looks like when you work on yourself and when you fix your credit and when you start saving and you set up the insurance policies. This is the other side of that, right? So you got to be able to show them. This is a testimony. I was here and now I'm there. It's not bragging. It's just showing them that if I can do it, you can do it.
No, it's not bragging at all. And if you run into people that are not supporting you coming into your higher self, then maybe you need to get another tribe, because no one should be, if they're not clapping for you, then maybe it's time to get another tribe, because nobody should want to see anyone stay complacent or stay in the same place. It's about elevation, doing better, getting better, being better, learning, changing, growing, and kings, this definitely goes for you guys too. Stop shrinking and playing it small to keep the peace. Your presence is needed out there, men, in business and in community and in legacy. And that's just what it is. We got to start stepping up, showing up, and walking into who we are and stop shrinking. And, with, when you're, like Shantella was mentioning, when your finances are strong, your confidence goes to another level. You're not just helping people to dream big, you're helping people to fund the dreams that they have, education, credit, business, and more. So it's just about elevation, about moving up, changing, and growing. And I don't know about you, but like you said, it's not a braggadocious thing, but when you get to a certain point and you can look back and say, I'm not that same person, or I've grown out of this, I've moved on, that is, in my rearview mirror, that is something to brag about. And that's something to be happy about. And if you do have to go through some of those seasons or some of those times alone, it's okay. Because God is always going to be with you. And maybe God is separating you or breaking you away from people for a reason. Sometimes a season of silence is good. Everybody doesn't need to know what you're doing. Sometimes what Kendrick Lamar say, you just got to pop out and show people. Okay.
Oh, that is big facts. Yeah, you got to be able to celebrate your wins. These are answered prayers as well too. So why wouldn't you want to let people know what God has blessed you with? You know what I mean? So, he's telling you, he's like, don't be silent. Share what I'm doing for you. Let people know that I'm good, that you're doing good, by your faith that you're having in me, that, these blessings are happening. So, even if you want to do, if you, like the teacher said, you want to keep it private, don't forget about your wins. Start you a brag file. You know what I mean? Write these things down and then, just practice saying one small win out loud daily. You know what I mean? That's something that you can do, because I think we forget to celebrate these things. We're like, oh, yeah, I did that. That's not that big. Don't little your business. Don't little your personal wins. Don't little that milestone you just reached with fixing your credit. No, write that down. Celebrate. Have a whole 60-second dance.
Yes, honey. You can have a one-woman party anytime. Hey.
Yes. Shout out to Charlene. She says she is staring at the world through my review in my Pac voice. I know that's right, Queen.
Okay, in her Pac voice.
Yeah, so you don't have to broadcast everything like Satitra said, but you got to stop discrediting yourself. You have to stop, just be like, oh, that's not that big of a deal. Yes, it is. Because look at where you were a year ago. Shoot, sometimes look at where you were a month ago and where you are now.
That's
so
true.
It makes a really big difference. And sometimes when you're not sharing some things, like T said, you can't share with everybody because everyone's not in that season to be able to celebrate you. They might come around later on. They might not ever come around, but it's not nothing against them. They're just not in that season yet where they can receive that joy from you, where they can receive the win that you having. Sometimes people are just stuck, and that's okay. They're just not there yet. But that doesn't stop you from celebrating. It doesn't stop you from realizing that you got growth going on, that it's time for you to step out in the forefront. It's time for you to shine. So that's okay. If they can't do that with you, that's all right. Your tribe will find you and they'll be able to help you celebrate. Right. So
Yes.
it's okay to still talk about things. Just don't take it personally if those people closest to you can't recognize that. Right. It's still all right. But by not sharing, sometimes we also are like, we're shrinking our voice. Right. And you don't want to do that. You want to shrink your voice because again, it manifests into bigger things that continues to happen. You might need to change who you're talking to, but you don't have to shrink who you are.
Here we go.
Yep, Carmen says she has to start shining more. Yes, Queen. Let it out. Let it out, Queen. Let it out.
There we go. My my new laptop, it just doesn't like me, and it just likes to shut off that virtual background whenever it
Oh, there
wants.
we go. It said, "Be who you are." See, we don't need no virtual background today.
Hey,
I think we gotta let it go.
you know what? Next Tuesday, I'm not even gonna use it. Just forget it. Just forget about it. It's over.
It's literally been
We're
attacking
breaking
you
up.
every Tuesday.
In the virtual background, we're breaking up. I'm done with him. We're over.
We should have a whole ceremony next week of you breaking up with the virtual background.
I thought we was working well together, had that 50-50 partnership and all, but he just, didn't want me to be great. Now he's trying to take from me and I don't like that. So, if it's not serving me, we have to get rid of it.
Yeah, sometimes you have a bad relationship with people. Sometimes you have a bad relationship with things. This is one of the moments.
Anywho, it's okay.
Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. And so again, everybody, we just want to drop some affirmations as well too. She threw me off with that back to virtual.
Sorry. My bad. You go ahead and drop your affirmations, girl. It just froze up and the screen went black. And I was like, am I still connected? And then I popped back up on screen. So it was all good.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, just a reminder that, this is what we do at Novade. We help our clients and we help our business partners step into their power by getting their credit right, by launching their businesses and growing their income, right? So, if you ever need, that shift, that mindset shift, because it's not just for us about helping you with your finances, it's helping you overall. It's helping you, embrace it in your mind. It's helping you to not only just fix your finances, but fix your personal relationships as well too.
Yes.
Because sometimes personal things that's happening with us is us. We talked about this last week, right? We were like, am I the problem? We have to inner reflect and say, I am what I am attracting and not what I want to be until I start changing what I'm putting out there. So I need to start shifting my mindset. I need to start watching more positive content. I need to start embracing the things that I want to change in my life and start taking those steps to actually change it. So that's what we do here. It's not just about fixing your credit because, yeah, you can go through credit repair, right? But unless you're changing the habits that led up to the bad credit, you're just going to end up right back there again, right? So that's we're helping educate. We're helping with mindset shifts. Like we have products on, building a better future. Our COO wrote a book, Perfectly Imperfect.
Yes.
So we have motivational MP3s that you can also watch and listen to on a daily basis. So it's not just about fixing your credit. If you're not fixing the problem that you have with the overspending in the first place, are you an emotional shopper? Are you up going on Shein and Amazon and TikTok shop because you're depressed about something that happened at work, or you having some personal issues with your children? So now you out there spending hundreds or thousands of dollars to kind of cope. Is this your coping mechanism? If we're not stopping that problem, it's not going to fix the other problem.
Yeah,
right.
So Repeated cycle.
It's a repeating cycle. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. When did it get to be about 8:30 already? This time be flying, see.
It does. Time flies when you're having fun and good company, you know?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Queen, for just being here and sharing with our audience because girl, I feel like I'm still all over the place.
Oh no, Queen. You're doing it. You're doing good. You're doing amazing. Awesome and amazing. Got to give you your flowers. You always show up and show out. So we
Now, we
appreciate you.
gonna show up. We gonna show up.
Much love, Queen.
I'm not even gonna attempt to do it today because I felt like last week I was throwing up gang signs.
You did it so good though.
Right.
My little thumb's been backwards, so it looks retarded. It's okay.
Yeah.
You got it.
I'm gonna get it one day. One day, y'all. I'm gonna watch one of them YouTube videos on how to make a heart.
Not a YouTube video on how to do heart hands.
No, I haven't had Tran here to correct my heart hands. She was like, "Why does it look like that? Why is it a circle?" No, you need to bend your fingers more. Dental parents me sometimes. She does.
Mm-mm.
But I'm gonna jump into this promo because the Queen's got things to do. But we just wanted to also just reiterate that this is your season.
Yes.
It's okay. It's not bragging. You're sharing. It's not. It's not okay to keep playing in the background. Right? You keep praying that for certain goals and for God to bless you with certain things. But He can't do it if you don't want to put no action behind it. He can't do it if you're hiding. All right, so we gotta figure it out. We gotta do better. We gotta stop shrinking. But one of those ways you can stop shrinking and really step into your business, especially if you have some goals about starting your own business this year and you still putting it off because you're scared. This is something new. You don't know. But here at Nove, we can definitely help you. We have an LLC promo that we're going to get into. But before we do that, we just want to say that you guys are a blessing, and we just wanted to say thank you to our amazing audience and everyone who's on the live today. We want to offer them 1,000 in grocery savings. Yes. You heard that right. If you're tuning in, you get access to the savings that help you and your household eat well without stressing.
And around this time, honey, it's the highest groceries are. That's definitely a plus.
Definitely. So, see, you want to share with them about our LLC promo because it's time to start that business, girl.
Of course. And I want to give a shout out to Miss Shabazz here because she helped me set up my LLC last week. And I was driving last Monday night and it hit me like, you're a business owner. And I'm like, oh wow, like really officially, yay. So that was awesome.
I celebrate you because you did it.
I did it. I've been talking about it, so put it in action. Do it. Just do it. But with our LLC promotions, we do have a free LLC, and only thing you will pay is your state and local taxes. We do have an essential package that does come with some extras, and that one is $199, and it does come with 12 weeks of business coaching. So that one would be $199 plus your local and state taxes and fees. And then we do have an elite package. And that one is $249. And then you have to pay your local and state taxes. But that one comes with your operating agreement, your domain, website, business card maker. So they all do have options and different things that they come with. So that is definitely something that you can look into. You can start getting your LLC set up. That's a tax write-off. Get everything together with your credit so you can get funded, and we can definitely help you with that. We can take baby steps or we can take leaps. Whatever you want, we can do.
Absolutely. So yeah, if you are fearful about starting that business, we have so many tools that will help you along the way. We help guide you through the whole process. Yes. And we don't even charge you for that guidance, right? We're just trying to make sure that you're set up the way you need to in order to move forward, right? We want to help you get funded. We want to help you grow and build your business, build business credit. So we do all those things here at Nove, and we'll help you along that way. So Definitely feel free to reach out to one of the queens, myself or Mr. Teacher Booker. Anyone actually in our heavy hitter family, we have Carmen on the line, Charlene, Kathy's tuning in as well, Crystal, so many of the queens here.
Yeah,
It's the
Monica,
Queen Day. I see that
Charlene,
here. Yeah.
Leslie,
Yep, the husband's on the line, Aziz. Yep, he's here as
Carmen.
well.
Shout out to
So
the queens and the kings. Shout out to the
absolutely.
heavy hitters. Much love.
Shout out to the heavy hitters and the goal getters.
Go
I know
getters
they
too. Yes.
Yes. So, last week we also talked about, making some changes, right? We wanted to stop
We
old
did.
habits that was holding us back. So there was an accountability that we were factoring in. So Charlene is in the chat today. Charlene, let us know how you doing. Her thing was she wanted to stop cursing as much. She wanted to wheedle that down. So we made some suggestions. Maybe grabbing a swear jar. She had to put not 5 cents, not 25 cents, but $5 in that swear jar. Every time she was cursing. So Charlene, how's your progress going, Queen? We just want to check in on you. Did you find your accountability partner? Are you tapping in those kids? Making them hold you accountable to help you out. I haven't heard a cursing on any of the calls, so I can't catch that $5.
I heard her cursing on any of the calls.
You've been doing pretty good.
That's good.
Don't be surprised, Charlene, if you see me pop up on your feed on a random Thursday talking about with the eyeballs. What you doing? How your week going? You been yelling at anybody this week? We just checking in. We made some suggestions as far as switching out some words.
Mm-hmm.
We say mother flubber last week.
Well, mine is Mickey Ficky.
Mickey Ficky.
Mickey Ficky.
Mm-hmm. So we're just checking in, Queen. Let us know how you doing. Let's see. Did she make any comments in there?
I don't see anything from her yet. Hold on.
Okay, but it's on a delay. So yeah. So Charlene says she's gonna do less cursing. Kier wanted to get out of her own way. So Kier, if she's on here, this live is for you, Queen, to stop shrinking and stepping into your boldness and declaring, this is for me. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I didn't even think about it when we Satitra came up with the topic this week. So Satitra, shout out to my girl Satitra. She came up with the topic this week, everybody. So I love it. You gotta celebrate these. This is progress. See, so it might not seem like it's that big of a deal, but this is a win. So Satitra came up with the topic, and I was like, I love this.
Yeah, well, it's something near and dear to my heart because I got to stop shrinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I do see a comment from Charlene, and she says she tried it and it does work. So using the extra words or the different words works for you to help you.
I'm dropping that $5 in that jar because that $5 add up real quick.
Which one is it? We want to know, girl.
Mm-hmm. This might help somebody else. So you gotta put it out there. So Kiera says she wanted to get out of her own way and she needed more self-care because we don't take enough time for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And Nay last week said she wanted to work on consistency. She's actually been doing pretty good as well too. So I've been seeing her progress as well. So these are things we're working on. So if there's something that has been holding you back and that you want to work on, that's what we're doing this month in June. We're letting go of old habits and we're working on these things. So if you want to join the accountability, we'll be checking in with everybody to the end of the month, and then we'll have a raffle for our participants for a $25 Starbucks gift card in celebration of Satitra and her Starbucks fast that she was doing and, lessening.
Again, I'm gonna give a shout out to Sherry because that visual helped me knowing that if I pay for a large, I'm still getting a small cup of coffee. That's wrong. It's not cool.
Yeah, because again, I have to give it to her. She went from spending $60 a week on Starbucks. Now you're down to what? Maybe sometimes here and there you spend like $10.
Yeah. Like I think the month of May, I only went to Starbucks once.
See,
I haven't been going
$60 a
often.
week.
Yeah,
A
that,
week.
that adds up.
That's over $200 a month,
Yes,
so it's like, well,
that's a
$60,
bill.
$240. I had
Yes, that's a bill.
I had to
That's an
go
electric
back to
bill.
grade school. Multiplication. What's 6 times 4?
Girl, we're not even gonna talk about math because I got to get out my calculator. Okay.
Look, my brain is still on delay. Like she's not computing this morning. I'm like, it's over $200, right? Yeah. Oh no, it's $240. $240 to maybe $12 a month.
Yes.
That's a big difference. So
Yes, it
let's
is.
go, Miss Cebu. Let's go. So if there's
Thank
anything that you want to work on, we can be your accountability partners. But don't tell me to be your accountability partner because I will harass you. We will get on here on our live and we will, we're gonna put it out there because this is what we do because we wanna make sure that you're showing up for yourself, right? So
Yeah.
we're gonna be tapping in, we're gonna be checking in. The end of the month is gonna be here before you know it. So if you wanna benefit off that Starbucks $25 gift card,
Come on and
tap
join the
in and let us
challenge.
know some bad habits that you want to break. If it's some bad habits you want to break, or you just want to start being more consistent or even just more persistent about what the things that you want for yourself, let us know and we'll
Hmm.
help you out.
Yes, ma'am. We sure will.
Yes, yes. Carmen says, I am Starbucks girl, so I feel you, queen. Oh,
You feel my pain? Yes, honey. Yes. Those drinks, they hit so good, but that money, it looks nicer in my bank account than giving it to.
yes, yes, definitely. Leslie says she wants to be more consistent with watching her training videos. Okay,
Let's do
Leslie,
it. Let's do
we're
it.
gonna
Let's
add you to
do
the
it.
list, girl. We're gonna add you. So we're gonna be checking in with you to see how you're doing with that.
I need
That's
to
a
finish.
good one. I need to get back on my training videos too.
Yes. That's a good, yeah.
Am I the problem? Yes, I am.
I'm the problem with that too. I know. And I apologize to the queens, Crystal and
Dr.
Katrina.
Katrina. Mhm.
I missed that training on Sunday. I definitely will be there. I saw that it was awesome and amazing, Queens. So I definitely will be there next Sunday for sure.
Because you can never have too much training. Because there's things that it's like watching a movie. Sometimes you go back and watch a movie that you've seen before, and you're like, oh, that happened. I missed
Yeah.
that. You pick up different things each time you go over something or each time you watch something. So definitely, you know, there's nothing wrong with going back, even if you know certain things, you think you know certain things, it's still okay to go back and relearn it.
Yes. Oh,
But
I
we
know
just
this.
want to say again, for this week, we got a homework assignment for everybody.
Yes.
See, like what?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So we want to turn this into action. So this week's tip and tea homework is we simply just want you to write down 3 ways you've been shrinking, right? Just write it down. And then next week, we're going to address each one. And we're going to write out one bold action and what you're committing to instead, right? So three things that we've been shrinking at. And then we're going to help with some actions that you can take to get rid of those things that you've been shrinking at.
Yes. And don't do it in silence. Tag us, post it. You can use the hashtag tips and tea challenge so we can hype you up. Hype you up
Mm-hmm.
and get you going and just be your accountability partners.
I don't think my shoulder moved on that one. I gotta.
Have you seen that guy on TikTok that does that hype me up? He cracks me up.
I'm gonna start playing that so I can just start moving more. Let me get better. So
Yes,
I'm gonna do the challenge as well. Everybody, see, are you in?
yes, I'm in. I'm in. To be honest with you, I have joined forces with Miss Nay Taylor for the consistency and procrastination accountability. And I do have something else that I want to work on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely down to do the challenge. Definitely.
All right, all right, all right, all right. So yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna be working on we're not shrinking no more, queen and
No.
king, because our kings, you can get involved in this as well too. Or 3 things that you feel like that you've been avoiding. Sometimes we be avoiding things because we don't want to address it. We just feel like we don't have time for it. It's going to take away from the other things that we got to do. But now it's time to address it. So things you've been shrinking at or things you've just been plain out avoiding, either or. These are things that we can work on. And then I'm going to read mine out loud next week. No gatekeeping over here.
Yeah, we'll do that next week for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do it with you. Teamwork makes the dream work.
See, I love me some Steve. She got my back. She got my back. She's like, okay, girl, this is what you want to do. We're
going to do it.
So listen, everybody, no more small talk, no more shrinking, and definitely no more small living as well. So you were built to be seen, heard, and paid, right? No more discounting your services if you're a business owner, all right? Because they have no problem with going to pay $200 for them Jordans that got them in debt in the first place. But hey, don't be discounting.
No.
Your business is worth it. Your future is worth it.
Yes.
Your legacy is worth it.
You are worth it. Yes. And, whether you are a king or a queen, stop making yourself fit into rooms you were meant to redesign. Okay? You are the main character in your story. So just walk it out and be you and be who God created you to be.
Ooh, girl, I like that. Because I definitely give main character energy.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do, queen. You are the main character. Okay? Yes. Love
Absolutely.
it.
Oh, because I used to try to play the background. I still be trying to play the background for a long time. But, sometimes God be pushing you in the front. He be like, what you doing? Why you hiding? People start calling your name. They're calling your name for a reason. And why you hiding from it? So, yeah, I do it too. I'm bad. I play the background sometimes as well, too. I did it for years. But now, y'all better watch out.
She coming. She coming and coming at you. I love it.
Everybody. All right, everybody. So until next time, we're going to keep sipping. We're going to keep shining. We're going to keep taking up space.
Yes, taking up space.
We'll see y'all next week on Tips and Tea. Love y'all.
Yes, everybody have a blessed Tuesday and a blessed rest of your week. Stop shrinking.